Razovich here, Ginoogaming First Nation band member, Special Projects Director. I'm here at the Victoria Inn for this recording for Net News Ledger, Waste Management Environmental Assessment Open House. What's happening here tonight? We have Lindsay. If you could give us an introduction and state who you are and what this project and open house is about, please.
I work for Aroland First Nation management, environmental technologist. I'm here to support and offer any information to Aroland, Ginoogaming, and Long Lake 58, our member communities who are involved in the waste management, environmental assessment partnership with Municipality of Greenstone.
So why is there a waste management environmental assessment happening with the Municipality of Greenstone?
Right now, the Geraldton landfill is closed.
Oh.
And the Long Lac and Beardmore landfills are at capacity. And we have Nakina, which is close to capacity. So we're running out of room for waste.
Ouch.
For all 6 communities, as well as all the new Greenstone communities as well. So the environmental assessment will look at all the waste management options available for the next 100 years.
100 years.
For 100 years. There is no site selected yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's the process of the environmental assessment, and we're right at the beginning stages. So we're here to offer information to members living off reserve, and we'll be doing the same thing on reserve in the next couple months.
So what's happened to this one? Which one is closed?
Geraldton.
Geraldton is closed, and where's that waste going now?
All the waste from Geraldton, all the communities that use Geraldton site are now going to Long Lac.
So that's going to make Long Lac fill up quicker, is it?
Much, yeah.
Much. So what ways can community members in Greenstone get involved? So this is Victoria Inn in Thunder Bay. So this is obviously an urban people living off reserve and in the city of Thunder Bay. Are you having more of these in the municipality and more in Thunder Bay for people to come out to?
We'll be having them on a quite regular basis in the 4 larger centers of Greenstone, and then on each reserve, 6 reserves.
When are those going to be taking place? Do you know?
Some this spring and some in the fall.
This spring and this fall. So
And
this
then
is a
again-
full year of consultations with community members.
Oh yeah, and it continues next year as well. And it gets more involved next year. Till
Okay.
we, come to some.
2024,
Yep,
something will be
25.
happening. 2025. Let's talk about some of your other slides that you have here. Do you want to bring me over there and talk about the project? I'll follow you. Thank you.
So we're talking about, this is the area that we're talking about, the region.
Okay.
It's quite large, everyone's spread all around. So it's quite an undertaking to manage waste for all these communities. Transportation hauling is quite long, not always reliable, as we've seen this past week with the snowstorm.
So like you're saying right now, the Geraldton waste is going all the way to Long Lac.
Yeah.
And there's a couple that are 50% capacity, which will be forced soon to... Okay, and there's your timeline. So where are we right now on this timeline?
We are here, phase 1.
We're in phase 1.
Public open houses.
Public open houses. And you're saying that's going to go on for the next year?
We'll be doing these, phase 2 this year,
Okay.
and then next year. Oh, that's this year too. We're a little behind.
Okay.
So phase 3, and we're hoping that we'll design and construct 2024-25.
Okay.
And what design and constructing, we don't know yet. We don't know if it'll be 1 landfill. We don't know if it'll be 3 landfills. We don't know if it'll be do nothing, expanding existing sites. We do know that we will be recycling.
Recycling, yes.
Yeah.
We need to discuss recycling.
Yeah. Okay, so there's some.
That's what an EA is.
Yeah.
What is
Look
an
at
EA?
all
Some,
the
not everybody
options.
knows what an EA is.
It's reviewing all the options and assessing them and making the best choice possible.
So you got your consultation, the evaluation, and then your management of the impact.
So even under evaluation of alternatives, we'll be looking at incineration and whether that's a viable option. Sometimes in larger quantities, it may be viable, but given the space and the geography, it might not be. But that's what the environmental assessment.
Yeah, in Long Lac right now at the dump, they just run over it with bulldozer and pack it down and put dirt on top of it.
The one difference,
There's no incineration.
the landfills right now are naturally attenuating. So there's no liner, there's no leachate collection. They have some monitoring wells, which monitor the groundwater, see if there's any impacts. But any new landfill that will be built will be designed and lined.
Okay.
Leachate collection.
Liner with what's the liner?
There's usually clay liner and then sort of like a thick plastic, like
a matting.
It's better than a pool liner.
Okay.
Like a swimming pool liner.
So nothing will leach out.
Nothing will leach out. There'll be collection points for all the water to be collected, and it'll be piped, and all that water will be tested, sampled, treated, and then released.
Okay.
It's a safe operation.
Safe operation. Okay.
Better than what we have now.
So there's your capacity right now that you were talking about. We already discussed this. Oh, Beardmore's 97%.
Yeah, but they are approved to increase capacity.
Okay.
So
they're gonna get some more space.
Yeah.
All right. Aroland, 50%.
Nikina is 50%. Yeah.
Nikina's half full.
Yeah.
Long Lac's 57%, but like you're saying, it's gonna go up quick.
Yeah.
And Geraldton's done.
Yeah.
And then Beardmore.
Right there, 97.
Yeah.
But the other thing about this site is we have a lot of greenstone gold mine. And that's what's really shooting it up recently. With the closing of Geraldton and then
Everything's
the introduction
coming.
of the mine. Yeah.
Okay, so that one's.
So it's just it's making
It's
it
a hot topic,
Yeah.
hot button issue.
Yeah.
Waste management methods.
So this is.
I'm not going to ask you to stand here for the next 6 hours and describe all 6, but
The evaluation of the alternatives is part of the EA. These
Okay.
are some of the alternatives that we've come up with already. Right? Waste diversion, so recycling.
recycling, waste diversion.
We're going to look at that. Like I said, do we look at one site or 3 sites for a landfill?
Okay.
We'll be looking at that as an option. Transfer stations. So no actual compaction of waste or holding of waste. It'll be a place for waste to sit and then be moved to the landfill.
Okay.
Like I said, incineration. It may be viable, it may not be in this region, in this expanse of the region. We have landfills already existing.
Like what's happening in Beardmore right now,
Yep.
just an expansion of the existing. Okay.
But do we have enough space to expand for the next 100 years?
Okay.
Right, so that'll be... And then a lot of our waste is composed of organics. So do we start taking...
40%.
Yeah. So
Wow.
do we start separating out our...
Food
organics?
waste.
Yeah.
Vegetables and coffee grounds. And there's your steps for choosing a future site. Great. And there's your alternatives.
So these are what we'll be using, and we'll be using looking at each one of these in relation to all these 6 options.
Okay.
Okay, so those are our evaluation criteria.
Air quality, water quality, species, social, cultural, economic, and built environment. Last slide really is your values mapping
That's right.
slide.
So this is more of the next phase.
Okay, phase 2.
Decided that usually talking about the land and what we're going to do on the land gets people excited and involved. And it just gives an idea of what the next step is. So we'll be looking more at that at the next sessions.
And your final phase will be site selection. So we're a long way off from that.
Long way.
But good things coming up for Greenstone, thanks to these open houses and consultation events. And you're running these all year this year.
Yeah. So
Thank
look
you.
for us on Facebook. Look on the community websites, the Greenstone website, Matawa and Okiwan websites.
Thanks, Lindsay. We're running out of time. Have a great night.